Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today I'm flying the Airbus A320neo in Lufthansa colours on a flight from here in Krakow down to Munich. So it's about an hour and 10 minutes or so flight time today. Flying the A320neo, of course, aircraft we're very familiar with, flying in Lufthansa colours should be a pretty good flight overall. At the moment we have got ATC at both ends, so we'll be speaking to Krakow ground for our clearance, potentially Tower online as well, hopefully, very shortly. And then all the way down to Munich, should have some pretty good coverage on the way in as well, presuming this are online. So jump into cockpit, set the aircraft up, and prepare ourselves for our flight today. Yes, touchwood, should be a pretty good flight this morning. Yeah, so they've flown the A320 several times. It's an aircraft we're very familiar with Microsoft Flight Sim. So batteries on, nav set. On the emergency lights, set the logo lights to on, strobe automatic, no smoking on, seatbelt stay off until we fuel the aircraft up. Small power, activate that. Caution on. That should be the airhead sorted. Let's hold our tablet up. Welcome Alfie, welcome Chris, how are you both doing? I'm not doing too bad myself. So far, so good. RF Harris, how am I? So far, so good. How are you, dude? Welcome channel, onto chats. Right, so we'll have flight info, Krakow to Munich. Might as well start with fuel straight away. So fuel required is 5413, so say 5500. So saying real-time fuel, yeah. Okay, 2 minutes of fuel into do, that is fine. Right, leave it on that. So cost 6 and cruising of 380. We should have those numbers set for us. Right, go to Atsu, go to the AOC menu, we'll do our weight and balance, we will request our passenger load from debrief, start boarding, that's perfect, head back, weather request, send the weather request, so we're doing Echo Papa Kilo Kilo to Echo Delta Delta Mike. Send a other request. While we're waiting, we'll start loading our passengers. So, Krakow to Munich, Lufthansa 1621, 38,000 crews, flight time 1 hour and 10 minutes, departure in approximately 20 minutes, flying an A320neo with a passenger count of 140 on board today, 140. It's not a very full aircraft. There is Wi-Fi, there is no entertainment, we have got a boarding music to Lufthansa, sorry wrong airline, that's Aviator. Louder motion. Lufthansa. First time's charm, and then secondly we have got safety briefing, also Lufthansa. There is snacks, there's no meal service on such short flights. And with that, let's start boarding. Back to the FMS. We'll call and print our received weather information. Right, so now putting on initialization. So we're departing from Echo Papa Kilo Kilo. Arriving, it's Echo Delta Delta Mike. Flight number today is LH1621. IRS, we'll line it on reference. It'll take about 7 minutes or so to line, hopefully. Only 2 minutes. Oh no, 7 minutes, ignore me. There you go, line and confirm. Costing today was 6, and it was at cruising altitude of 380. This page. Our zero fuel weight and center of gravity, we'll pull that from the. No, we'll do it ourselves. Zero fuel weight is 58.9. Center of gravity 22.1. Block fuel 5.5. And that's our initialization complete. Head over to our flight plan. So now putting our routing. So the left face that will greet the passengers. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard this Lufthansa flight 1621 from Krakow Palit to Munich. Flight time today, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Should be a pretty smooth departure route with clear skies and relatively low winds, although things may pick up a little bit as we head into Germany. We thank you for using Lufthansa. If you have any questions, feel free to speak to our camera crew on board. Otherwise, we sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us today. Thank you. So change our screen brightness while we wait for PACX to process that message. There we go, general message for the cabin. And on the Lufthansa right side, Krakow to Larnaca. Very good, flying in the A320neo that. And they've got a lot of Push airlines at the Ryanair stand, and the wind's also at the background as well. So, nice and busy today at Krakow this morning. You're the Krakow Tower. Very good, Kuba. Thank you very much. Bardzo dziękuję. Right, first waypoint is Tucson. From Tucson, we fly direct to Mikov. Mikov to Bagsi. Bagsi to Matic. No airways today. Bagsi to Matic. Direct to Amadi. Matic, Amadi. And then Amadi to Naxa. And that is our flight plan complete. So on paper it's runway 25 on the choosing for Juliet departure. We'll now listen to the ATIS and get an idea of where the departure will be.
Winds 260 at 11 knots. Eye clear. Temperature 3 degrees Celsius. Altimeter dew point -3 degrees Celsius. And 027.
Cool, and that for us is information. Information Bravo. So departure runway is 25. On our flight plan we've got 25, so we'll likely use 25. So departure 25, choosing for Juliet. We'll tune to set the ground frequency, request our clearance, and then very likely we'll be given the same information. So Krakow ground is 118.105. Also, while we're at it, let's grab our stand number. Stand number is for left. Information Bravo. Dzień dobry, Krakow ground. This is Lufthansa 8 Papa November, stand for left with information Bravo, requesting clearance to Munich.
Lufthansa 8 Papa November, this is clearance to the destination, departure runway 25, via Tucson for Juliet, inside climb 676, squawk 4025.
Lufthansa 8 Papa November is cleared to destination Munich, departing runway 25 on the choosing for Juliet departure. Initial climb at 6,000 feet, squawk 5145.
Lufthansa 8 Papa November is negative, squawk 4029.
Squawk 5129 for Lufthansa 8 Papa November. Sure. Oh, 4025.
Lufthansa 8 Papa November is negative, squawk 4025.
4025 Lufthansa 8 Papa November. Got there in the end. APU start seatbelts on. Right. Set altitude 6,000.
6,000 feet.
So 6,000 feet initial climb, that's fine. 1027 set and sets. Part 25 tunes in for Juliet departure, which is good for us because that sends us on a straight out departure towards Munich, so no need to slow down and run out with that. As soon as the IRS is aligned, about 1 minute, APU is starting, we'll be straight on the APU and then should be pretty much good to go from there. Hackler status, using Discord for that. Superfly, your Lufthansa 2 Victor Tango, it's 1 minute to us, very good. If you want to our right hand side, there is a space, left hand side it's full. right hand side, there's space there, dude, and feel free to slot in there. Right, iris is aligned. So we'll just quickly double check our flight plan, make sure everything's looking good. We are in pre-flight, so all our passengers have now boarded, which means we are good to go. Is that discontinuity I see on our flight plan? Choosing to Nikov, just confirm that's not the case, that's fine. So clear discontinuity. Then continue on from there, thank you very much. No two bags, DMRD, and that, so yeah, that is fine. And on arrival, I'm expecting runway 08 right, with an APSA 4 Alpha arrival. But if there's ATC, we shall be speaking to them to confirm that. APU is available, so activate the APU bleed, bring power to the aircraft, wait 2 seconds to switch and turn off the external power. And at this point, we are now ready for engine push and start. Again, absolutely adore the Drzewiecki design scenery at Krakow. It's honestly one of the best. I mean, the leather detail, the full interior construction, in fact, full interior right down to the, you go, so this is your departure lounge, this is security. Through security, then get into the actual main entry. I mean, the whole airport is beautifully done, honestly. One of the best in flight sim. Drzewiecki design have been one of my top developers in flight sim now since FH 2004 days. They've been in the game for a long while, and yeah, their stuff has always been fantastic. So we can enter the airport. We need to head to, so that's the arrivals, but I believe, yes. So we need to head to the upper floor. There we go, set the escalators over here. Go to upper level. Go through security. Through the duty-free bits. Grab ourselves a bottle of water, of course, from the vending machine. And over to the stand where we're going to catch our flights. So we need to go over to this gate here. We need to go through. That's a door there. Yeah, there's like a slidey door there. Scan our passport, boarding pass at the desk, and then into the jet bridge. So jet bridge there. The door to the jet bridge. And we go down the path. And board our aeroplane. I like that scenery. It's really good.
Good morning, Lufthansa 2, requesting IVAO clearance to Volanta.
Right, as soon as they get the clearance, request our push and starts. Lufthansa 8 Papa November, stand 4 left, ready for push and start.
Lufthansa 8 Papa November is good and start at approach to 1027.
Push start approved, QNH 1027 for Lufthansa 8 Papa November. Oh yeah, there you are. Very good. Right, let us push.
Romeo Echo Golf Tango 04 Juliet departure. Initial climb 6000, squawk 7020, Lufthansa 299.
Lufthansa 299 is the correct.
So that's it, beacon, so that ground cadet ready to go. Ground from flight deck. Request pushback.
Pushback request confirmed.
Got an alignment to our expected departure, so we're actually doing pretty good for time. It's early on our end.
1621 with service to Munich. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 10 minutes. Please note the cabin doors now.
So now time to move into position.
Full upright and launch position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure. Cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
Ground from flight deck.
Good afternoon, Captain. Yes, everything is ready down here. Please release the brakes.
Brakes released.
Welcome to Pushback 123. Our journey begins now.
So we need to east. Engine ignition starts.
Ladies and
Performance
gentlemen,
in a
please
second.
direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying.
You may begin starting the engines, Captain.
Engine 2 starts. Turn facing east. Turn facing east.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, got a bit slow there. Perfect. Stop the pushback.
Fine. I'm stopping now. Please tell when the parking brakes are set.
Brakes set.
Okay. Have a nice flight.
Thank you. Ground cruise. Engine 1. Starting sector. Engine 2 should be over now. There we go. Engine 1 starts. Let me quickly do the performance calculations. So I've got to do that on the ground. Place it stand. Should only take a few seconds to finish. Alright, so aircraft type A320. Runway length at Krakow is 2550. Elevation is 1,000 feet. Wind component is a headwind of 11 knots. Air temperature right now is 3 degrees centigrade. QNH 1027 was it? Yes, 1027. Takeoff weight is that 64128. That's 1. Anti-ice. I think we'll do engines only for anti-ice. Our position is currently dry. So flex 51, 143, 144, and 147. They're all plugged in. So 51. That's 1, 143, 144, and 147. Transition altitude is going to be continuous forward departure charts 6,500, and that's us ready to go. Right, engines started. Turn off the ignition. Go to the control checks. Test controls. While it does that, I will make sure the APU is switched off and our wind shear set to automatic.
Affirmative.
Cool. Lufthansa 8 Papa November, ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 8 Papa November, taxi via Lufthansa 8 Papa November, taxi via Zulu Alpha to holding point runway 5.
Taxi via Zulu Alpha for runway 25, Lufthansa 8 Papa November. Right, we are going to activate our engine anti-icing. Wings not required at the moment. Taxi lights set. Park brake released. And let's go to the runway.
Number 2, requesting push and start.
Lufthansa 299, feedback and startup approach, runway 20, official.
Pushback approved, QH 1027, Lufthansa 299.
The weight is auto in SimBrief paid, so I let SimBrief calculate our weights for us, and it's those weights we then use actually in the sim when we load up later on. But the weight for me is automatically done in SimBrief. If you then download your full flight plan charts and all that, that'll then give you the actual weights, which you can then put into the FMS. How do you go to takeoff test config on the eCam for takeoff? You do the takeoff test. Snouts. Flaps position 1.
Flaps to 1.
So set brakes to max. Cabin check.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Spoilers armed. And takeoff config test. That pre-takeoff checklist is now complete. Do you have calculations, Jace? That's TCIP. I'm using TCIP. Lufthansa 8 Papa November, holding runway 25.
Lufthansa 8 Papa November, Lufthansa Krakow, potentially destination 245. Thank you, bye-bye.
Contact Krakow Tower on 123.255 for Lufthansa 8 Papa November. Bardzo dziękuję, do widzenia. Right, 255. Using the Krakow Tower, this is Lufthansa 8 Papa November, holding 25, ready to depart.
Hello, Drawyah. Lufthansa 8 Papa November, line up runway 25 away.
Line up and wait, runway 25, Lufthansa 8 Papa November. Right. Then lights come on, take flight set, turn flight sets. What was I going to do? I was going to activate transponder, that's the one. Cabin crew, seat for takeoff please. Cabin crew, seat for takeoff please.
Lufthansa 8 Papa November, wind 11 knots, 260 degrees, runway 25, clear for takeoff. After departure, monitoring Unicom 122.80. Dzięki, Drawyah, have a nice flight, bye bye.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25, Lufthansa 8 Papa November. After departure, monitoring Unicom 122.8. Bardzo dziękuję, do widzenia, Lufthansa 8 Papa November.
Ja również, cześć.
Takeoff. Manflex 51, SRS runway, auto thrust blue, thrust sets, 80 knots, 100 knots, V1, rotates. To right, gear up.
Hey, Papa November, thank you again, bye bye, Unicom.
Right, just over now to Unicom. Autopilot on.
Autopilot is now on.
Reduce throttle to the climb position. And let the aircraft continue climb. Initial to 6,000, but since now then ATC, we'll continue to our cruising at 3/8. Set altitude, flight level 380.
Flight level 380.
Flaps up.
Flaps retract.
Reset spoilers. There you have it. Next stop, Munich. So you've got clear skies out of, let's have a look. So yeah, clear skies will be okay out of Krakow. as we approach Munich. 2,500. Going over a hill. So road to Munich, got 5 knot wind, so not quite as windy at Munich, but we have got low cloud visibility. Clouds. Okay, so visibility is 2,500. Broken clouds scattered at 200. Broken at 300. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's almost zero visibility at Munich. May even have to go for the autoland option if the visibility is that bad. Oh yeah, that IVAO trailer was really good. Like, it's a nice little introduction to the network there. Really enjoyed watching that. It's nice to see IVAO taking shape. It's really getting better and better with every update. Okay, some of their HR, as a flight fan you may know, has been a bit shaky, but honestly it's a really good network, and they really have used the recent flight sim to take some form. Yes, Vatsim's got the rights on flight sim partnership, but IVAO, they have used it to their benefits. Yeah, so it's an hour and 10 minutes flight time today. Port, 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm right, Springbok. How are you? What's on the chat? In regards to, was it you who asked about? No, it wasn't. It was somebody else who asked about the issue with FCR. Yes, Port. I am on the latest video drivers. Found them. It was 2 days ago on the old GeForce experience. I mean, I love the terrain out of Poland. It's some of the most shapes you get, the fields, the rivers, the lakes, some of the most beautiful shapes you get in the terrain of Poland. Because a lot of the old fields and the housing and layouts goes back to territories that people owned hundreds of years ago. So you buy land, sell land, trade land, it just creates all these shapes in the terrain there. It's great. I've really decided what I want to now call IVAO membership op. Yeah, you've not had it easy, dude, I must admit. You've not had it easy. But I presume it's all been sorted now, and hopefully that's the last you're going to hear of it. Alright, turn off all the lights, switch off the anti-ice since there's no real requirement for them anymore. And as soon as we make the turn at Kilo 621, we'll then switch off the seatbelt sign. Willie Thornton, thank you for becoming a sponsor. Thank you very much, dude. That is... second month business class. Thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Picked up PACX finally and debrief. Very good. PACX is very good. I mean, like I say, I use it for every single one of my flights. It's always there in the background. It's always doing what it does. It's a great add-on, so fair play, dude. You'll enjoy it. And yeah, thank you for month 2. Hey, how are you finding it in business class, say? Still sorting it. Waiting for the email. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Hopefully that gets sorted out soon. Although you do say that you've had a better interaction this time than the last. AIG or some... yeah, sorry, I saw the comment earlier. Do you find AIG aircraft alerts? I don't use AIG, Ollie. I use IVAO XCSL. I use XCSL for my AI traffic, and that's all built into IVAO. So I'm afraid, I don't know, Jeff. I don't know. A few screenshots now to drop onto Volanta. Yeah, I'll turn off seatbelt sign as well so they can pass their freedoms back. Chance for them to roam around the cabin and speak to the passenger cabin. Let's have a look who's on board. So, any name to recognise, let's have a quick look through the cabin. Should be a mix of both German and Polish names more today. So we get a few kind of English and Americans as well who are using Krakow as a tourist hub. So far the answer is no, nobody yet. No. No, nobody stands out just yet for me. Like Julian there has a comma in his name. Be a bad check, and then just a comma at the end of it. Not quite as fun as a visualisation of names were was it Azerbaijanization of names? That was a surname I've had a couple of times. Very common. Yeah, nobody on board today. If anyone spots anyone, give me a shout, and I'm sure we'll have a chance to have a quick look at them as well, stats wise. Yes, there you go. I am half Polish from my mother's side. You are correct, sir. And so I'm a little more confident speaking, was greasing the ATC in Polish before then communicating in international standard. Oh yeah, and the Drzewiecki design sceneries, Paul, are absolutely fantastic. Like I say, they are one of the best developers in flight sim, have been for about 10 years now. So long they're developing sceneries, you're going to get really good quality airports. I'm still waiting for them to release Rzeszów As soon as they've got that, then I'll be very pleased, because Rzeszów is my local airport in Poland when I go to the family. So I presume they've broken away from the old Polish airports packs where it used to be 3 or 4 airports in one package. Because it used to be Polish airports volumes 1, 2 and 3. Volume 1 was Katowice, Rzeszów, Katowice, Gdańsk and Rzeszów. And then Lublin was added with FSX B3D when that airport opened in 2012. They've released Lublin separately, and I believe they've released Gdańsk separately as well. So I'm just waiting for them to hopefully soon push a release for Rzeszów as well. But we'll find that out in time when they do push it for more releases. It's PACX for passengers, Nick. It's PACX. TFDi and PACX. All mods I use are in the description below. If you need to use any mods I'm using, just check down the description. Not sure about the A32NX not working for you, Klein. Check your well, should you use the right aircraft first actually, because if you go into the aircraft menu, you need to scroll down to the PACX, to the FlyByWire aircraft. We are your passengers. Yeah, you are the passengers in the Drawyah metaverse. Tech, you're the ones in the back. You're the ones on board today, enjoying this trip from A to B. This is your window view right here. Yeah, the nose wheel tiller does take a bit getting used to, Fly Eagle. I must admit, that does take getting used to. It's not terrible. You just need to not overturn. Basically, you overturn, you oversteer the aircraft, and that is a bit of a pain. It was a Drzewiecki designer, Drzewiecki design, who designed the Krakow scenery. You can see the second departure, Lufthansa 250 just about to depart from Krakow very shortly. So it's 2 of us on board today. Well, 2 of us on this actual flight, 2 outbound from Krakow to Munich. As for inbounds, there are 6 aircraft inbound. We are arriving about 10 minutes after an inbound from Copenhagen, and 10 minutes after our landing, there's an inbound from Dublin, which due to Tango will actually have quite similar arrival time too, so potentially a bit of AT communication between those 2 we'll be looking at. As for Navigraph, so we're now leaving Tucson, which is the final waypoint of our SID. That's fine. ETA showing a arrival of 12:29 Zulu, which is actually really good for me. As long as I finish by 1 o'clock, then I am in golden. We don't even rudder pedals there, Fly Eagle, because the nose wheel tiller is a separate thing entirely. I mean, your rudder pedals on a small aircraft, yes, the rudders will control your nose wheel. In big aircraft from like 737s, A320s, 74s, 777, whatever, rudder pedals don't touch your nose gear. It's this little handle here. This is your nose wheel tiller. This little handle, twist it left and right to turn your nose wheel. That's what you're actually controlling. Yes, I have got a CRG tutorial, which I go through the startup process for, and also a landing process for, so I've got 2 videos on that, one for startup and takeoff, the second for approach and landing. So, yes, I have got tutorials for them, good comments of course, so obviously they are helpful for many. I am looking at Sheremetyevo Airport, Port. I've got a freeware for it, which isn't particularly grand. I am looking at Drzewiecki's Sheremetyevo, probably one I will purchase eventually. So it passes now through level 280, another 10,000 away from cruising altitude. Also, we have now left Poland, and are flying over the Czech Republic. Which I want to visit soon. Spend out in Prague, hopefully. One place when this before COVID struck, this is a place I'd go visit. Kind of in 2021, but then COVID struck. Got postponed pretty much indefinitely. The aircraft's progressing well, so far so can I climb out, no issues. Our regards. Down below, city, that is Ostrava down below. Yeah, it's Ostrava, just down below right now. Also going to see Ostrava Airport, also kind of visible right there. Just on the right hand side, just off the nose. Where is it, Ostrava Airport? Ah, there it is. No, I've enjoyed spotting airports from the sky. Whenever I'm flying across Europe, if I look out the window and I see an airport, always take a moment to kind of just look down and enjoy it from up above. Some are big facilities, some are tiny, but it's always fun just to look out the window. Oh look, an airport down below. Sad though, got by the wing. Waiting for a plane, but I'm pretty sure it could have landed, it could have taken off before he landed. Oh yeah, so the tutorial is valid for all the CRJs, Ollie. All the CRJs have the same cockpit, and therefore it's all the same process, yes. What happens to the route I'm flying? So, on my channel on Discord, I've got a thread for airport requests. If you're a channel member on business class or first class, you get to request a flight. If you're just a normal subscriber, then head on to my Discord, and from there you can then request airports to fly in and out of. The ones with the most votes are then start choosing flights from. So Munich I've got quite a few votes for, Krakow kind of in the mid-table, so people interested in these airports, and therefore I'll fly them. So go on to Discord, hit the airport request threads, open up the form, and then just pick the airports you want me to fly to. Now approaching 33,000. 5,000 to go. I must say the co-pilot mod performing ambiguously well at the moment. I'm very happy with how it's going. Because I had a few issues in the past where it was a bit 50-50 with its responses, but it's doing alright at the moment actually. It's listened, it's done things correctly. No issues yet with what it's doing. I've got a small trail of screenshots pop up of Volanta 2, so I've got a couple of aircrafts, screenshot trials out of Krakow. Okay, so Munich Tower have disconnected. At the moment it's going to be a Unicom approach. Potentially quite a bit of traffic at the airport. It's going to be quite a desirable airport for someone to hop on who's made to see at. Ooh, hopefully, hang on, let me try to find an aeroplane. Is it going to appear? Okay, not yet. Some people it appears, some people it doesn't. But basically I say, so IVAO have slowly been adding pictures of airplanes to their list. This one's a Lufthansa Hotel Echo picture of Lufthansa. For some reason, our one, which is also Lufthansa, I can remember, doesn't have a picture. Actually, to be fair, it could be an A320neo, and that there is a picture of Saturday. Ah, it's an A319, or at least that's supposed to be an A319, I think. No, definitely an A319, that. So, yeah, they are slowly adding pictures of airplanes and renders from them to the menu there. So this is a slow process, but it's nice to have, so you can see Lufthansa A Hotel Echo, picture of Lufthansa plane, just have it in the background, and then I'm sure soon I'll add the A320s and A320neos to the list as well. That's us, 320neo, flight over 380, cruising speed of 428 ground knots. Touchdown 11:30, total air time 106, right remaining 31 minutes, and our ETA is 12:19 Zulu. So, making good progression so far. Should be pilot in real life, can't afford it. It's expensive to become a pilot. And I'm not really one for bank loans either. Yes, and your build starts looking to do a few releases soon. Twin Otter and PMGTF looking good as well, yes. The Twin Otter I'm absolutely adoring at the moment. I'm hoping by Wednesday to have some tutorials uploaded for it, if all goes to plan. Bus Driver, I'm alright dude, how are you? Welcome to the channel, into chats. Yes, I remember the Bristol to Newcastle flight. What was it? I made a joke like, nobody would ever fly from Bristol to Newcastle, and then you guys are like, oh look, there's an EasyJet flight that exists, and I looked at it, yeah, there was an EasyJet flight, so next stream, Bristol to Newcastle. I just made a joke like, who would fly from Bristol to Newcastle, like the two most depressing places in the UK? No offence to the people who live there, but oh look, there's a scheduled flight, quite regular, and it's pretty well booked. Okay, screw it, we'll find that flight. Yeah, I remember that. I think we actually turned Bristol as one of the busiest, because a lot of people joined that flight as well. We turned Bristol as one of the busiest airports in IVAO, like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 departures. Hit the double digits, that's for sure. Two flights just took off. Not too far behind us, sir. I mean, we've been airborne now for, where's life clock? 18 minutes. You'll be about 15 minutes behind us by the time you get to cruising speed up. So, yeah, not too far behind. I wouldn't say IVAO's losing so much of the user base to Vatsim. Vatsim's always been the bigger network in terms of its ATC coverage. That's always been the case, but I don't think IVAO's been losing anything particularly. I mean, compare it to a couple of years ago, IVAO, you'd have maybe about 300-400 people online at the time. So you've definitely seen an increase in numbers as of late. Doesn't PewDiePie live in Bristol? I believe he lives in Brighton, not Bristol. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Brighton he lives in. Yes, it's Yogscast in Bristol, medium, I think. When I fly to the UK, you like to fly from Manchester to London City a lot. Which aircraft are you flying? Because there's a few X-plane aircraft, I guess, that exist for the old Embraer. I don't really know much out of the way of much of flights on aircrafts. CRJ technically capable, but in real life they don't have the certification for it because they never tested it. If they did test it, I'm sure they get it quite easily because the CRJ is a rear. I've done this again, haven't I? Hang on, I've done the. Mess up the wing views again. I know that the CRJ, if they tested it, they'd probably get it quite easily because it's a rear engine mounted aircraft raised and can do quite a steep descent into some rural terrain, so they could do it, they just never tested it. The cat's alright, Chris, currently asleep. Welcome Bacon, how you doing? Chats. It's sad because you live in Newcastle, you always see planes apart, or over in Newcastle. I'm sure one day, dude, you'll fly, even just a domestic flight. Go for it, why not? What's holding you back, dude? Whole world to explore after COVID. For now, the whole UK to explore. I mean, last year I had lots of flying in the UK. All domestic, all domestic. Thank you very much. Ollie71 for £5 there, thank you very much. Thank you for your help. Sorry I keep asking, sorry I keep missing streams, always working. No worries, dude, not begging you to join your streams. As ever, if you're missing the stream, just watch the highlights later on. Maybe take off some landings, cruising's boring. But yeah, no worries, dude, thank you very, very much. You are a superstar. Yeah, good to have you on chat, dude. Hope you're keeping well. I'm now going to work after this. As soon as I land, my plan is to then get ready for work and then head out the door. Work till 11 PM tonight. You did a -21 in the 786, very nice. And the original flight in debrief 200 miles on flight 340 and then realistic 200 knots. Yeah, that's not too bad for Embraer 170 Jace. I mean, 200 miles is still a fair distance. Yeah, you could do a lot worse with that. You can certainly do a lot worse. Right, let's have a look at the Munich situation. The answer is quiet. Aircraft inbound, runway 08 left. So we shall do the same, I think. Just quick confirm. So you are departing. You are established for 08 left. You, I presume, will establish yourself 08 left. Yeah, okay, so we'll do the same 08 left. So I need to tap Munich arrival. Let's 08 left. Right, so it will be NAPSA 4 Alpha. It will be a NAPSA approach. Oh, actually, it will be a NAPSA 4 Alpha. Interesting. Via, do we have a NAPSA or a Mardi? Right, NAPSA. Before I confirm that, let's do a bit of flight plan planning. So, Mikov choosing, there's this continuity, so choosing Mikov, Bagsi, Matig, and Mardi, NAPSA. We'll skip Oscar Tango Tango. Get rid of that. Hit this continuity. So NAPSA straight to. Get rid of the second NAPSA. NAPSA does mic. There you go. Does mic 458. Decel. So then 450. Okay, so it's like they are Magat. Where's the Magat? There's Magat. 430. There's Magat, there's 008, that's fine. So 458, I can see 458, well, I saw 458 earlier on. Right, 458. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the manual. Get rid of that. So 450, right in turn to Magat, and that goes on to 08 left. Okay, that is fine. I'm happy with that. So I need to accept that. Insert. Nikov, Bagsi, Matig. I believe there was a second Matig, was there? No, there wasn't. So has actually cleared the overlap as well. Let me just confirm that. So Matig to Bagsi. Bagsi to Matic, Matic to Mardi, no. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. That's sorted itself out quite nicely. So that is our approach procedure set. As for our top of descent, let's have a look at the runway at Munich. There's 08 left in the ILS. The intercept on the glide slope is at 5,000 feet. So let's go over to the calculator. Sync the altitude 5,000 for our intercept. Start descent at 104 miles. We've got 250 to go, so we've got another 100 or so miles to fly until we start our descent, but that has now been calculated. Pilot's frequency is 109.5. 195, that's imminent, that's fine. Course of 080, perfect. Cool, so that is our runway approach procedure set. Do we have a VOI yet to do? It is. No, we've got a. Is that an ADF? I believe that's an ADF. Right. Yeah, 116.0. Okay, maybe not. And check a range. I'm looking at the right one. Munich 338. There you go, that works for us, so that's fine. ADF1 set, 338. As soon as you get into range of that, switch over to the ADF. Cool. Big hello from Brisbane, Drawyah. Sally watching the wife again, and so some reason she'd like to know. Well, there is Adam. Do you prefer salt? Oh, do I prefer salt or cheese and onion? Has to be cheese and onion. Sorry, cheese and onion. Or if I'm having a pack of Pringles, it'll be sour cream and onion. It's just yes, it's just what I prefer. Nah, I don't know. I don't mind salt vinegar. It's better than already salted, but I can't stand prawn cocktail. Prawn cocktail's definitely not for me. That has to be cheese and onion, or if it's Pringles, sour cream and onion. Flying the crap out 737 market. Yeah. Sorry, Willie. I disagree with you. The Bradock 737 Max is not worth it. ETA. God, everyone's on ETA. It's 12:21 Zulu. Top of the screen there. So that is about 24 minutes. It's packed about 42 minutes. The aircraft shows an ETA of 21:30, which is 33 minutes. So somewhere about 33 minutes to arrival. I'd say the aircraft is more accurate of the calculations. So that's expected when passengers expect from the flight duration. That's based as the crow flies, but since we're flying beyond the airport and back again, that will add a few more minutes. So ETA is kind of just estimated. So that's estimated. That's expected. And this is the likely arrival time. So 12:30 Zulu is when we're expected to land, or is when we should be landing. What's the sauce flavour? Oh, you must be from the North route. I like Worcester sauce, but Worcester sauce crisps not my #1 choice. So the F21 issue, they've released an update. Have they released an update compatibility mod? Beautiful. I'm glad they've done that. That makes my life so much easier than having to release a new tutorial video to explain it all again. Yeah, very good. Thanks, Carl, for the heads up. You're flying from Bristol to Lviv, and you saw you on Volanta just about crossing the channel. Very nice, Bob. Do enjoy your flights. It's quite a fair distance that. Were you in the A320 or something a bit further range? Different arrival. You have an Apps for Alpha, IC08 left, looks very different to yours. Just confirm your job check your waypoints there to fly. Make sure that your waypoints are all correct. Potentially, if your air cycle state different to mine as well, then that can also be a difference. But just check your waypoints and make sure that they're all correct. Sensations. I can't do sensations, I'm afraid. Gastry. This is one thing I can't do. Is spicy food. I can do a very mild spice. Anything more than that, it's just too much for me. There you go. I can't do spicy food. Fun fact. I like my foods, but I don't want to feel pain when enjoying my food. I enjoy my food because I enjoy my food, not because I want to feel the pain of then burning mouth as you eat. And just my hand cam, 2 seconds. There we go. Never had Brannigan's ham mustard, I must admit. Not one I've had before. 3 questions. What do you use top of the screen? This is FlyLive Studio. Top of the screen, FlyLive Studio. What recording software do I use? I use OBS for my recording. And what do I get to game so smooth? Well, my specs and description, Buzzy. I'm using a RTX 3080 with 32 gigs of RAM and an AMD 3600X, so I've got a decent spec these days. It's certainly improved to what I had before, and yeah, it does the job for me. And this is also at 4K, so from you guys you're seeing it at 1440p. On my end, it's in 4K, so there's a little bit downscaling for the YouTube, but I have also worked with OBS just to kind of get that to look a bit nicer too. I don't know, my streams, in my opinion at least, have never quite looked as good as some of the others out there. I mean, XP72, look at his streams, are crisp and pristine. For me, I've never been able to get that kind of same effect with the streaming, but I do push for 9,000 clips per second, max at 1100. VBR I quite like, so most people use CBR, I use VBR variable bit rate, so average at 9,000, max at 1100s. Keyframe at 1 second, go for a quality frame at high profile, keyframes at 2. So it does the job for me. Of course, on YouTube defaults it to, where is it? Is it video? No, yeah, so my screen is currently 3840 by 2160, output outscaled to 1440p, 2997 FPS, which is pretty standard for most videos. Yeah, it's all pretty good from that. Took a bit of setting up, but I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. You should be alright now, Buzzy. This is around 3050. If you turn any settings down a little bit, you should be alright. Got to remember, when you're streaming, it does use a bit more CPU as well, and GPU if you're using the X264 presets. So you do need to play around your settings a bit, but even this isn't all ultra. There's a few things down to kind of like medium. Well, I've set waves and water to medium, and then everything else kind of ultra or high. So it's not all high, not all ultra kind of OP everything, but it's enough to get the job done. We're now entering snow. Distance to go, 205, so far so good. How many YouTube views are there? Right now there are 7 people on Twitch and 99 on YouTube. 7 Twitch, 99 YouTube tuning in. And yeah, this is how I see you guys chat. So you've got the YouTube chat, you've got your Twitch chat in the background as well. With Twitch, the negative is that there aren't as many viewers. The benefit is actually the stream delay on Twitch is slightly less. YouTube's got about a 5-10 seconds delay. Twitch about 1-2 seconds. So if you're on Twitch, you get things ever so slightly ahead of schedule. Oh yes, and the ASMR mouse that you guys seem to like so much. It's a Dell mouse I got with my first computer in 2008, and I've used several mice since then. This is the only one that hasn't broken on me yet. It's done a fine job. How much difference in 4K compared to your old monitor? So my old monitor was 1080p. 4K, definitely worth it for me. I absolutely adore it. You expect you get some memory very good port. Your ETA is 1235ish. Yeah, if you're only 1235, it means you're about, yeah, you're 13 minutes behind me. And if I slow down for descent, you should catch up without too many problems there. So even if you have a slightly different approach, your landing will be at the same time as me. So don't you worry, Super Flight. You've got plenty of time. How many FPS in 4K? So I've set the sim to, I've limited sim to 30 FPS. If I turned off the FPS limiter, I get about 45-50 with my spec. Please take a sip of water, proper ASMR that. Yeah, more views on YouTube, but I don't know. Like my viewers aren't quite as high as they were 2 years ago when Sim first released, but even then, I'm still putting about 2-3 thousand views a stream. I'm not complaining. I enjoy the streams. You guys enjoy the chats. I'm here for the sake of I enjoy flying. You guys are an extra. You're just the bonus that makes fun even more. That makes flying even more fun. You're more used to Twitch stream anyway. Yeah, there is medium muffin. Let's say use the platforms that you prefer. I mean, the only reason I have Twitch as this platform is because I stream just solely on YouTube, and a few people are like, hey Drawyah, why don't you stream on Twitch instead? I prefer Twitch. I like your content. Why don't you stream on Twitch instead? So I had a look at a couple of different options. Restream looks good for me. Breakfast from the cabin crew. Also, I've got a letter. Hang on. Yes, a lot of people said that they preferred Twitch as a platform and that I should start streaming on Twitch more. So I just did the switch and. Sorry, my microphone's on mute. Yeah, sorry, what I was saying. So I was saying that I'm now going to look at the approach configurations that presents out a new weather request and print that. And what I said was, do I eat my burger now or do I wait till I land? Because we're close to the top of the descent, which is about 60 miles. Then, if I also eat obnoxiously close to the microphone, you get an eating ASMR stream, which will be quite funny. And I think I'll save it until we land. Right, how's the weather? So the visibility has gotten Slightly better actually, from 2,500 to 2,800. Still pretty bad though in terms of visuals. Winds are picking up at 6 knots. I think worse for the winds at Krakow. He now looks magnificent. Okay, I'll eat it. Right, it's loading the performance, and then I'll try and enjoy this burger while I've still got a chance. Right, QNH is 1028. Temperature is 0. Dew point minus 0. So actually, it could be it's probably raining, or at least it will break out to rain very shortly. Winds are 0706. Transition altitude is going to be in Germany. (5,000 feet). And barometer is going to be 104. Cool, that's our approach. Our range. You sure? Impossible. 104 feet. Impossible. Oh, sorry, no. I am being stupid. It's 1567. Is out of range. The airport's at an elevation about 700 feet, so it makes sense. It would need to be less than that. Right, 58 miles to descent. Okay, was Lichberger, who was Deputy Drzewiecki. So the staff arrival pay, I'm looking at runway 08 left on the NAPSA 4 arrival. 08 left, NAPSA 4. I'll set up auto unicom because I'm eating now, so I'm going to save myself typing everything out. So 08 left. Still be NAPSA 4, that stays the same. Approach on the ILS. Inbound from the south, from east. You know, south start off ascent as soon as we get there, which isn't too far away now, 152. If you want to try and catch up to fly, then yeah, we'll try the parallel landing if all goes to plan. Yes, Suit, I've got a burger. I did say, do I eat it at the end of the stream? But everyone's like, nope, eat it now, so I'm eating now. Just for us enjoying the stream this morning, frustrated Xbox version can't do anything that PC can do. Yeah, so Xbox does have a few limitations to it in the third-party modding aspect. With Flight Sim on Xbox, always treat it as kind of like the secondary kind of... It's a flight sim, but not super advanced. It's an Xbox gamey flight sim. They don't quite get the same effects as PC, but still a decent flight sim. Yes, I've got FS Realistic, that's in the background. No, is Martin Bournemouth playing Luton. Oof. Well, good luck with that. To be fair, Luton's how not doing too bad these days. A couple of years ago they were really poor in the Football League, but they've really picked up as of late. I'm alright, Silvestro. I'm alright. How are you doing? Well, channel, welcome to chat. I've got landing. We've flown there a few times to watch by Munich. I used to work by Munich, very nice. Shouts for a flight attendant for a drink, that burger. No, I've already got more water around, man. Got more water. And 38 miles to go. 140%, so we're almost there. Yes, I'm well aware of the old Djokovic situation in Australia. I won't go too much into the politics of it, but from my Discord server, head down to Off Topic, you can kind of get an idea of who supports it, who doesn't. Off Topic's an absolute mess on the old Discord. Stopped moderating that years ago. Yeah, I like it on the left. So it's a very Polish chicken burger, this. Onion, herbs, deep fried, very nice. After Fulham to watch the best team in Bristol. Chelsea by myself, so yes, feel free to beat Fulham all you want. Brzeziszewicz, that's from Grzegorz Brzeziszewicz, that's from, I can't remember the Polish name of the film. It's something like How I Won World War II. Basically, it's this Polish spy who gets arrested by the Germans, and he tries to avoid capture by confusing them as much as possible. It's a comedy. It's worth a watch if you find up subtitles. That's it. How I Unleashed World War II. Munich. Yeah, Munich weather certainly a bit hit and miss. So looking at visibility of 3,800, which is better. Earlier on, visibility was 2,500, but we've got cloud cover at 200 feet, 300 feet. Overcast at 400 feet. Temperature 0, dew point -0, so it could start raining on us any second. Autoland is an option, so I'm going to say. Autoland is very much an option today. No cabin on FlyByWire, Scottish, no cabin I'm afraid. They want to do one, but it's not there yet. XDLR, how are you doing? Welcome to the chat. How are you today? How are you? $117. Yeah, so we're pretty much now coming up to the top of the descent. Right, let's start our descents. So it's 5,000 in steps, was it? Yes. Set altitude 5,000.
5,000 feet.
Let's descend, shall we? Greetings from Poland, XC-Lol, Dzień dobry, jak się masz? I don't think there'll be an empty flight S-band because Krakow is quite a popular station from Germany. Just like probably we'll have a few passengers on board. 140 today on this aircraft. 140. Half full cabin today. No worries, man. You take care, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Always appreciated. For someone asked this question, live in England for 5 years and yet to find a fish and chip shop in America, that is as good. Not sure, I'm afraid, Willie. Never been to America, but fish and chips certainly not if you want fish and chips, you can only do it from England, I'm afraid. Nowhere else in the world gets it nearly as close, nearly as good. Good luck if you find your search. Yes, I did use the weight and balance page on the FMS Hendrick, yes. So you get MCD menu, ATSU, AOC, not ATC, AOC, and weight and balance. So that's all been loaded from Simbrief as well. Weather in Munich, Kugi, very iffy. Potentially an auto land situation today. We'll see how it goes. Barrel roll, passenger not be too happy about that. Lito, passenger not be too happy. Did you get cabin view, Vol? Don't you tutorial on the cabin view? So let's draw a cabin on YouTube, and it'll be one of the first things that pop up. Don't you tutorial for the cabin view. That was very nice. Let me go wash my hands, and then we'll get back into the flights. Back in 2 seconds. Hello again. Right, let's look at our approach. Hello there, Indonesian here. How are you there today, Indonesia? Oh, the A320nX is fantastic auto land, Kugi. So if the weather needs it, we can do it quite easily, no concerns. The FlyByWire. Hang on, what's happened there? Has that changed? Yeah, no, that's changed. That's Delta Mike 5. Should have been a waypoint up there. It's disappeared. So when we get to Delta Mike 458, I'm going to go ahead and select mode. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, it could be worse. Thank you very much to Indonesia, I'm a sponsor. Thank you very much, dude. Welcome to economy class. Board your flights. Turn right at the door. Take your seats. Sit back, relax, enjoy your flight. Thank you very much, dude. You are a superstar. Thank you very, very much. Welcome aboard. Right, we'll do 260 a little bit more. Oh look, it's reappeared the waypoints. That's like 456. Not quite sure why that went walkies. But yeah, we'll carry on our manual vector for now then, since there's more of the time chance to extend it. See what sign? Bring that back on again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
Right, so as for the inbound traffic, see there's one aircraft that's chosen, so Copenhagen inbound's chosen to go on to the 25 side instead. Everybody else sticking to 27, so yeah, sorry, 08, so yeah, I'm going to ignore that, coming from the correct side. You just landed, you landed to a 08 to right. Well, actually, what? Oh yeah, I can see that. So you climbed a bit, hit the green, and descended again, so obviously they got a bit too low in their approach. That will be alright. As long as we're in a position to intercept the localizer when we hit it, we should be alright. Choose to 250 knots. Oh, sorry. 250 knots. That's an only aircraft. Wibble wobble on that. Looking at Volanta, some of these airports, runways are quite suspect. I mean, there's main Munich, that's definitely an airport. That one, fair enough, a single strip of a few taxis coming off of it. That runway there, very suspect in my opinion. I was back garden, they turned it into a runway. Make another short runway strip, just in the middle of a motorway intersection there. I'm not sure where they found some of these runways. That pretty makes sense. Kind of a road with just a single runway there. That's the farm strip. Some of these very suspicious. Very suspicious. Like that, go. Another short random runway in the middle of nowhere. Another short runway in the middle of Munich is surrounded by runways. Lots and lots of airports that just don't seem to exist. Passing through 12,000 now, and reduced the rates to 2,000 feet per minute. About 5 miles, so 7,000 more to go, 5,000 feet. We're in a position to intercept the glide slope when aircraft into land. Right, it's down to 240 knots. Spoilers out. Reduce speed and descent rates. Munich Tower's online, very good. Arrive runway 0 left, right, that's fine. Cool, right, happy with that. Munich Tower is online. 118.705. We'll tune into them in a couple of moments, since we need to be approaching our own. Tower just contacts for the landing clearance. just got to see, past 1,000. I'm just approaching the 250 knots mark now. Interesting cloud cover. It's like it's just a layer of fog around us. Just a layer of fog, haze, rain. Not very pleasant weather down below. Yeah, good turn on constraints. I mean, to be fair, there's no real need for constraints at this point. We're already well past the altitude requirements. By the way, your PACX custom safety video conversion video. Glad that was handy to you, Willie. Thank you very much. Glad that was handy to you. It's not difficult. You just download it into the .wav format. But once you've done it, then yeah, you're good to go. You got faith briefings for days. Passing now through 8,000 feet. We'll make a right-hand turn. We've got ourselves kind of an intersection point then for the runway at this point now. So intercept the glide slope. Whatever altitude we're at, we'll then land. Oh yeah, no worries, Nisha. So I'm not fussed about anyone become a member at all. Well, you've become a member. Always greatly appreciated. I say, anyone that supports the channel in any way, watching, subscribing, becoming a member, becoming a Twitch subscriber, donations, any way like that, always greatly appreciated. It's not a requirement, you don't have to do it, but you do it out of your own kindness. And with it, from my end, improved flight sims, better sceneries, better mods, more airlines, aircrafts. So like the PMDG when that releases, we'll have a chance to explore that in detail. Right, very shortly. Roblox Flight Sim is farming sim. This is Microsoft Flight Sim, Peter, Microsoft Flight Simulator. There you go, so we are actually pretty good on the glide slope right now. Diamond slowly descending down our screen. We'll be landing in approximately about 5 minutes to landing. 5 minutes to landing. Euro Truck Simulator, Rocket League. Set the altimeter now. Altimeter 1028. PC spec pilots in the description. All specs in the description. What I'm using and what I'm running. Just to 20 knots. Flaps position 1.
Flaps to 1.
Right, as for our approach speeds, so I take the approach phase. We need to approach at so approach speed 130, landing at 125. I've not played my time in the car, S-Ben. I watched Squirrel play it. It's not a game. I really enjoyed his playthrough of it. It's one worth a look. One worth a look. Mobilize active. Approach mode active. Cool. Up to 180 knots. Brakes medium, spoilers armed. We'll tune to tower now. Munich Tower on 118705. Hello there Munich, this is Lufthansa 8 Papa November, established 08 left.
Lufthansa 8 Papa November, Munich Tower, good day, wind 070 degrees, 6 knots, number 2.
Number 2, Lufthansa 8 Papa November. Not slowing down very much, I must admit. A bit more spoilers, I think.
Lufthansa 1337, Navigraph.
Winter Tower 7, Lufthansa 1337, sorry, hatte technische Probleme. Eile 08 left.
Likewise, if you're going to be number 2, may as well bring it down to minimum approach as soon as possible.
Okay, the land 08 left, Lufthansa 1337, danke.
The aircraft in front of us, they are in front of us by a couple of miles here. We'll slow down to minimum approach speed. There they are. Oh, it's going to be a tight one there. They're about 5 miles ahead of us. Flaps position 2.
Flaps 2.
Down. Cabin. Check.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Flaps position 3.
Flaps 3.
Flaps 4.
Flaps extended.
Lufthansa 8 Papa November, expect late landing clearance.
Expect landing clearance, Lufthansa 8 Papa November. Alright, so I'm reducing speed as much as possible now. Go straight to our minimum of 130. As soon as the traffic front clear the runway, right, they're on the runway now. Just waiting for them to vacate. I'd say I am right 1000, continue approach. I'm expecting to go around this one just because of the distancing. There's not quite enough space between the aircraft in front. Cabin crew, seats for landing please.
Lufthansa 8 Papa November, runway 08 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 08 left, Lufthansa 8 Papa November. Well, I've been proven wrong.
1337, welcome to Munich, continue taxi to entry November 4 via Alpha 5.
Got the replay, they do the replay now.
Taxiing to entry November 4 via Alpha 5, Lufthansa 1337.
Yeah, I thought there'd be a bit too much of a gap between us, but no, they've spaced out quite nicely. The runway is now in sight. Down on checklist, so gear down, 3 greens, flap set, spoilers armed, cabin secure. We have the land clearance, we're good to go. And yeah, I think we'll leave it on the auto land today.
300. 200. 100 above. 100. 50. 40. 30.
Yeah, hands off.
20. 10. Retard.
Auto throttle. Touchdown. That's the sets. 90 knots. 60 knots.
Gate 204 Bravo via Delta 1 Whiskey 2, Lufthansa 1337.
Alright, it's good to go. Spoilers down. Flaps up.
The local time is 1:36 p.m. and it's currently about 0 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until until the aircraft has come to a complete
There we go.
stop.
How's that for a hands-free landing? Nah, the visibility was just too poor. Just too poor, so it was probably the better option to go for to land on that occasion.
For flying with us. If you're making a
Fortunately, Munich is Cat 3 capable, so that was not a problem for us.
continuation of your journey.
Let's do our quick clear up. So, then lights off, taxi lights set, APU starts. Times at APAP November, requesting taxis to the stand.
Lufthansa Takeoff in November, taxi to entry November 4 by Alpha 5.
Taxi 3 November by Alpha 5 Lufthansa, 8 Papa November. Right, let's grab the odd taxi charts for Munich. It's quite a complicated airport, this, so. Now 5. Let's go to November 3. No support. Have a good night, dude. Take care. Have a good one. What do you mean Autoland's not good, Peter? I mean, I've done plenty of manual landings in the past. Just watch any of my other videos, but on this occasion, because of low visibility, I decided to stick with the Autoland.
Lufthansa 1327, danke dir fürs Fliegen, schönen Tag dir noch, ciao.
Oops,
Danke dir.
fan. There's a motorway heading down to the terminal there. Again, this is the same as Munich, and again, it's one of my top airports for level of detail. Some really, really good stuff on the other market.
Papa November, continue taxi to gate 202 Bravo via Whiskey 2.
Gates 202 Bravo via Whiskey 2 for Lufthansa 8 November. Right, Pakistan's east 202. Oh gosh, one stands right in front of us. Hang on, there you go. We'll go out there, yeah, stands right in front of us, 202 Bravo. What's with these fans? You're right, I know, right? They come out of everywhere. Alright, here we go. 202 Alpha, second one, 202 Bravo. Position, 5 brakes set, APU is available, so APU speed sets, engines off, seatbelt sign off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Munich. The time right now is approximately 20 to 2, temperature outside at 0 degrees centigrade. We thank you for flying the times up, we hope you enjoyed the flight today, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Thank you for flying with us. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross check please. The public message. We also have the taxi lights. Also turn off the beacons. Connect the jet bridge. And very shortly, this is about the airplane there. 77 just connected there. That was the inbound from Copenhagen at 787. There it goes. Connected to the aircraft. Door now open. And then passengers will disembark the airplane. Up the jet bridge. Into the terminal. We then go upstairs for the arrivals. So go up a level. And then down the corridor. Yeah. So down the corridor.
Lufthansa 5 Tango November, München Tower, Servus, wind 050 degrees, 400 from
Oh, sorry, it's downstairs, is it? Sorry, is it this level? Oh, that's the departures.
Runway 0 left, clear to land.
That's another departure. It's got 2 levels of departure, so I'm sure this must be arrivals. At the end of the corridor, and then there'll be some sort of pathway which leads downstairs to the arrivals somewhere over in the main terminal, which is that building over there. No super flight. I will try and keep an eye out for you as well when making your approach. Right, so passenger deboarding, let us get that expedited. So what I can do is I can request the VoiceAttack check. So you've got 3 minutes left till deported, about halfway done. 95 satisfaction, 4 minutes expected arrival time. That's not too bad actually. 1 hour and 12 minutes of flight, so again, not too bad. Cabin, yeah, it's lazy barking now, cool. So, menu, end of flight, Aviator reports. So, Lufthansa 1621, A320neo from Krakow to Munich. Flight time today was an hour 5, departure planned was 11:30, flight was 11:30, planned arrival was 12:40, arrival 12:36. 140 passengers, 95 satisfaction, landing rate at 91, block time 1 hour and 18 minutes. So, we did pretty well, numbers wise. I will drop flight report in chat so if we should look at it in more detail. Thank you for updating. As soon as I got that link, I'll then give you the link to watch your flight reports in detail. Give it a few seconds. There it is, right. So here's our flight report. If you want to look at more detail. Overall, pretty positive from the passengers. Start off on the replay. Still sent from IVAO. Thank you very much for the ATC service at both ends today. Always appreciated. Close that. Volanta flight is now finished tracking. That is fine. That was the wow, 28 arrivals at Munich today. It's going to be quite a busy airport, I think. Quite busy at the airport. Right. So just from IVAO, finished with Volanta, done that. Let's have a look at the replay, and let's have a look at the passenger point of view for landing. I did it quite late. The whoops. Hang on. Needs to go back to the ground. Disconnects. Make sure the door's closed properly. That's more like it. Reconnect and load the replay. Perfect. Right, so let's start off with Right, start off with the right hand side landing point of view. So again, low visibility, not really much to look outside apart from just fog. This was an all automatic landing, so all I had to do, I thrust when the aircraft told me to, and let the aircraft do the touchdown. Yeah, certainly a bit of haze here in Munich today. To be fair, I can imagine a lot of this in real life is actually frost. 0 degrees centigrade, had a few days of rain quite recently. A lot of this is going to be frost with no cloud. The runway kind of visible, just for another wall of clouds to appear again. Yeah, cannot fault this landing, cannot fault it. Very good. Let's have a look at it from the left hand side. Rear window. And you've got a shadow at the bottom there. See our shadow slowly following the aircrafts. Again, Munich has got a very scenic approach. Okay, visibility wasn't grand today, but on a good day, some of the scenery out here can also be very good as well. Especially on the right hand side, looking out into the city. I'm alright, JS, I'm alright. How are you doing? Well, channel, welcome to the chat. Let's do a tail view of the landing today. Just scored for the form for Drawyah, very good pilots. Gets a few votes, I'll add to the list, no problem dude, thank you very much. I mean, we're replaying an autoland. I mean, it's not like there's really much for us to look at. It was pretty stable, the aircraft did a little job, touched us down when we got to the touchdown marker. It's an autoland, what do you expect? Again, it's nice to see the technology for FlyByWire in place, just adding to your overall flight experience. It is good, it is really good. Yeah, quick action spoilers there, Adam. Quick action spoilers, make touchdown. Boom, spoilers are up, straight away, no delay, your aircraft's slowing down. And I think the animation for these spoilers is going up a little bit fast than bugs. Down's alright, but up's a bit fast. Can't stream tonight, pilot. I'm off to work in about 20 minutes, so I'm afraid this is it for me today. I am off to work. Just do a landing gear view. Do it, there we go. And you can see, like, even here, just the visibility of the runway really ain't great until you get towards a very short final. Minus 90, getting minus 140 with the arrow. Very good. Working the railways, Neven. I work in the railways. I'm working today, working tomorrow. Working through to the next Thursday. Yeah, beautiful touchdown. Autoland, calculated stats, to a T. To a T. We'll do a runway side landing and then probably bring things to an end. So, not wait, I want to go to camera, turn off follow mode, stick you on the side of the runway. See the aircraft on short final. So, nice and smooth, no issues there. Aircraft on the short final. Yeah, no issues. Smooth landing, no issues. Aircraft excelled. Perfectly. Right, so that brings us to the end of our stream today. That was Krakow to Munich. That was Lufthansa in the FlyByWire A320neo. That was Drzewiecki, Krakow, and Simmons Munich. Overall, very, very good flights with very little to go wrong today. Also, 80 at both sides of my IVAO, always appreciated. It's been a good flight this morning. It's been a good flight. So yeah, that's now me signing off. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again tomorrow morning for some flights, some action. So when I get home tonight, I'll probably set that up for the warning. Yeah, that's about it really. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon for some more flights, some action. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekends. Bye bye.